Hall of Fame stakes coming up. Race number 7 from Saratoga. And here are a couple of the big storylines in our stake of the day. Mia Bargo, the one, preferring the firmer conditions from the inside, could be dangerous with that rail draw and speed. Look out for Luther, the 2, a very good third in the Belmont Derby, better suited to today's 1 mile distance. And watch out for Zulu Kingdom, the 7, a winner in the American Turf, 2 for 2 at Saratoga. And wind type looms large. So they are 3 of the headliners coming up for today's running of the National Museum Racing Hall for the 3-year-olds. Stars there. Maui Strong, the 4, will not go. Out on bail, the 6 and 9 scratch as well there. Matt, things look to get a little easier for Zulu Kingdom, the 7.
Yeah, I think things are going to set up fairly well for him. I know there are some folks that are concerned about the pace scenario because Zulu Kingdom is not sort of your, I don't want to say traditional drop out the back, make one run type. He's very handy. He's got some tactical speed, and there's a lot of speed signed on in this race. Mibago is one that wants to go. The 5, Clever again, my old pal. He's going to be trying turf for the first time. He's going to go, as well as Tank, the 8 horse. So Zulu Kingdom, the last thing you want to do is get too close to that hot pace early on, and then maybe you end up getting run down by a horse like Luther when the real running starts. But he's just rock solid. There's nothing really to knock about Zulu Kingdom. The only loss so far in his career came in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile last year out at Del Mar.
If you're looking for the trainer to back, no surprises, Chad Brown has the best chance in the race here and knows a thing or two. A call for the Hall. Chad Brown's wins in the National Racing Museum Hall of Fame, the Grade 2. It was Carl Spackler in 23, Public Sector in 21, Raging Bull in 2018, and Chad's got Zulu Kingdom, projects to be the one to beat again here coming up this afternoon, Matt. So Chad Brown has seen a lot of success, rightfully so, a barn that certainly knows how to get it done on the biggest of stages.
And I'll tell you what, as we take a look at the backtrack for the Manila, that list of names to win this race for Chad, the vast majority of them ended up being really, really top-level racehorses. And that's not to say that Zulu Kingdom isn't already. We talked about his record and all the wins that he's had. But just, hindsight and time is always a good way to kind of really gauge what you were talking about and what kind of horses we were seeing. If Zulu Kingdom ends up being as good as about 3/4 of the list that we just saw, he's going to have a very good career for the next handful of years.
Let's take a look at the player profile. Zulu Kingdom gets star jockey, the Flying Frenchman, Flavien Prat, aboard for the ride. Chad Brown had a lot of success in this race. Conditions Zulu Kingdom, the 5-time graded stakes winner. The only loss coming in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf. Brown and Pratt, the 1-2 punch at a 25% win rate out there at Saratoga. So there are a lot of green lights shining bright for Zulu Kingdom, the 7, running in race number 7 here today. In terms of other directions to look, we teased it off the top of this preview. Luther, the 2, sitting at 3-1. Likes to come with a bit of a more sustained run style. This 3-year-old colt, 4th off the bench there, Matt, but looks to be start number 1 here in the US today.
Yeah, I mean, his run in the Belmont Derby was very good, especially considering he dropped out the back, made his big move, and just couldn't quite seal the deal. That was at 9 furlongs, and now you drop him back in trip. We're taking a look at the Belmont Derby on screen right now. You drop him back to the mile. I think that's critical because tomorrow they're going to run the Saratoga Derby at the mile and 3/16 distance, and this is a move to me from European Connections acknowledging that, you know what, maybe that's just pushing it a little bit from a distance standpoint. Now you drop him back. We talked about the pace scenario in this race here today, Dubs. It looks like it should be not just honest, it should be fast. And the faster the better as far as Luther is concerned. We know he's got a big turn of foot. He got his final 8th in that race in 10-4. He's a very talented racehorse. I see no reason to think that he won't be a major threat in here. I would argue he is the alternative. If you don't like Zulu Kingdom, Luther is the one that fits this race as far as the running styles are concerned.
And Matt, you did well there to identify that performance in the Belmont Derby, not to discount. I completely took that away from Luther, but that was a very game performance late. Start number 2 here in the US this afternoon. Looks to be a bigger and fitter version, so Luther at a decent little number there could be the second choice. Money Back Special will be live for races 4, 6 and 7 out at the Spa this afternoon, and races 6 and 7 down at Del Mar. So make sure you opt in, hit that yellow icon. You'll find it all under the FanDuel Racing promotions. You win, second or third can still have money coming back in your direction.